are a miracle walking. If you're ready to feel greater than ever, then listen up, because this is how to achieve your goals easily and effectively. How do we achieve goals easily when they are so big? We're dreaming big. We're dreaming to hit the moon so we could be a star. How do we get to do that with ease? Why? Why is the key? Why are you doing this? Why did you click this? Why are you so motivated to have a goal within fitness? Is it because you're lacking health? Is it because you just want to be better? Is it because you already have that momentum? Are you breaking that inertia of sitting down for too long? Have you been sitting on the couch so long that you're sprouting like a potato ear? Are you feeling depressed and anxious? Do you know someone who has visited the hospital because they're so sick? Have you gone to the hospital? When you go to checkups, are you like excited and surprised that you don't have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high blood sugar because you got your belly poking out? Well, you're in the right place at the right time, because this is the way to get to your goals easily and effectively. It takes belief. You believe that it's hard to exercise. When we change that to believing that it's easy to exercise, everything changes. Then you adapt and adopt a system. Adapt to and adopt a system, saving yourself time, money, and energy. It's an acronym. System. Save yourself time, money, and energy. You do not need to go to a gym. You do not need to train for hours every day. You do not need to take pills or potions to get to the highest level of fitness. How is fitness tested? Let's first ask that question. My name is Dr. Keith J. Lopez, and I have been transforming lives for 27 plus years. I have taught in university for a decade, at Broward College in South Florida. I now live in Central Florida to have 5 acres that when I got my master's in nutrition and my doctorate in nutrition and natural health, we did not have classes on farming. We did not know the origin of our food. I've eaten thousands of bananas and never knew that a banana doesn't grow on a tree. It grows on a plant or herbaceous grass. I never knew what it looked like. And now I do. And when people come to see me, I say, look, do you know what that is? They don't know it's a banana, even though they've eaten tons of bananas. Do you know where your food is sourced from? That's what I decided as the next step, the evolution to my knowledge about fitness and nutrition, so I could feel better, man. Don't you want to feel better? Feel amazing. Feel like you're up high in the sky, in the clouds. You're elevating, you're evolving. Well, we're going to get to how to do that, right? Because I didn't just all of a sudden jump into that. I was so sick that I threw up every week. I felt horrible. I didn't realize how horrible I felt, because you don't know how bad you feel until you feel good. I didn't know how addicted I was to these processed packaged foods and these animal products that are also so processed. Even a hamburger, a hot dog, sausage, fries, potato chips, deli meats, so processed that the Center of Disease Control and the Environmental Protection Agency, like they literally have labeled these things as toxic and carcinogens. Even red meat is a carcinogen. Now, I would actually suggest to you that when we raise these animals in a different way, like if you could find a farm. It's another reason why I love where I live. I have local farms. I could get raw milk. I could get raw cheese. And I didn't eat that for years because it upset my stomach so much. Number one, I'm getting excited. Number one, because I had too much of it. I realized one day after studying nutrition, and that was the breaker for me. When I took my first nutrition class, I realized I didn't have to be sick anymore. And I realized also I have wheat like 5 times a day. 3 to 5 times a day, and I eat like meat at every single sitting. I'm not here to demonize any food. In fact, now I realize I could eat stuff that once got me really sick because I don't eat it very often. And it's not just what you remove out of your diet. I like to start off with what you add in. I have way more than 10 fruits and vegetables every day. Thank you so much, Joseph. Way more than 10 fruits and vegetables every day. And I feel so different, so great. It's like like when you clean your house, do you use a scrub brush? When you clean your plates, do you scrub them? When you brush your teeth, do you use a toothbrush? Of course you do, but clean on the outside, dirty on the inside is an article I wrote about 20, maybe 30 years ago. Why? Well, I actually wrote it for my mom. I hope you're listening, Mom, because she is so clean with her house and her environment, yet not knowingly, we eat so much refined processed stuff and animal products. That's like the typical or standard American diet. We call it SAD, that we have a dirty intestinal tract. Matter of fact, kids are at such risk because of this that they have fatty livers. That used to be called a cirrhotic liver, an alcoholic cirrhotic liver. And now we've changed the name. We've changed the name of diabetes from adolescent onset to type 2 and type 1. Why? Because people actually graduate to type 1 diabetes. That was unheard of. You have type 2 diabetes, and then all of a sudden you have type 1. It used to be adolescent onset because we would get type 1 diabetes like just about born with it or 4 years old. Wow. It is mind-blowing, and it's really concerning, right? 50% of the United States is soon to be obese. That means 33% or 1/3 of our bodies is body fat. How are we able to really function? Not so well. The way that we test for fitness, because I have tested, you thought I was going to forget about that. I have tested thousands of people in fitness. The way that we test for fitness is 3 simple exercises. Sometimes we add another one for heart rate, like a step test. Or I had people on a bicycle also where I would test or monitor their blood pressure while they're on a bicycle. And their heart rate. Some people had a heart rate that this one person, her resting heart rate was 98. My Lord, it's like the heart is fluttering just to keep up. Athletes, like myself, have a heart rate 60 or lower, right? 40 to 60 beats per minute, because it has such a large stroke volume that you beat out so much blood with each pump that it nourishes your whole body. So the way that we test is 3 simple exercises: push up, squat, and crunch. Now, the interesting thing is there are studies that show that someone who can do 40 push-ups in a row is 97, almost 100%, 97% less likely to have a heart attack than someone who cannot do 40 push-ups in a row. Blows my mind, right? It's mind-blowing that we spend more time on watching other people play sports and live their dream than designing our own. We live by default instead of design. But you're watching live or you're watching a recording, you're changing all that. You're living by design instead of default, knowing the ways to be able to increase your health at such a level that you will look back and say, I didn't realize how sick I was and how bad I felt. Now I feel absolutely amazing and astonishing. Subscribe so that you could get in the know and you know when I'm going live, and subscribe to other people that are changing your beliefs, which change your actions, because belief builds behavior. To be able to know that, A few minutes is more than enough to be able to change your life with activity. I just led 10 minutes at 10 minutes of movement, 10 minutes of mindset on Facebook, Dr. Keith J. Lopez. Every day I'm doing a 30-day challenge because I know people like yourself, maybe, hopefully not, are suffering. And I was suffering and I didn't know it until I regained my health. I feel so much better. I look so much better. I actually, love taking off my shirt and look at myself in the mirror. And I failed gym class when I was young, supposed to be in way better shape at 16 or 18 than I am now at 48, almost 50. And I failed gym class because I was ashamed of my body. I didn't want anyone to see how I looked in the mirror. And I didn't know a better way, right? My father's such a wise, smart, intelligent man. Had a heart attack when I was 9 years young. I was on the way to an amusement center and I was crushed, right? Although I say I was crushed, but I was a little kid. I was 9. I probably didn't know much better. But now I know. And when I took that first nutrition course, I realized there's a way so I could be healthy and happy. I didn't necessarily gain all that weight like my father, holding on 40 extra pounds, which most Americans are, and don't realize it. When I see someone that's like 60 pounds overweight, they think, oh, I could probably lose 20 or 30 pounds. Usually people underestimate it. But I didn't gain all that weight. I gained emotional distress. I gained depression. I gained anxiety. Again, I didn't realize it until I was set free. And I gained sickness. I was so sick all the time. So if that's you, there's a way out. The simple thing that I am advising on my challenge is to have 10 glasses of water every day, 10 fruits and vegetables every day, and 10 minutes of mindful visualization that is vibrant. What do I mean by vibrant? That you use all your senses. You could taste it, you could hear it, you could smell it, you could touch it. You could see your dream body, your dream agility, your dream behavior, your dream function, your dream beliefs. What are you giving attention to in that dream state? Like if you were the person that you wish to be, you were able to just run up a mountain, right? You are able to run a 5K. You're able to take your shirt off and be in the front of the line of the pictures. What would your beliefs be? Where would your attention go to? Thank you so much for being here. I love your attention. May you be blessed by the best and be destined for greatness. You are amazing. You are a miracle walking. You are worth more than anything material because you are pure spirit. You are sacred spirit manifesting miracles every moment of your life. Don't forget it. I'm here to remind you. I'm here to remind myself because sometimes we forget how great we are and we believe the identity that someone told you, maybe as a kid, maybe as your parents, maybe I wish you weren't born, maybe you don't know, you're stupid, you're lazy, you're a procrastinator, you can't do it. We don't use the word can't in my family. Because you can if you think you can, and if you think you can't, then you won't. Because belief builds behavior. So fly high, soar with the eagles, don't walk with the chickens. What does that mean? That means surround yourself with people who you wish to be like instead of people who make life, comfortable, kind of easy. Step out of your comfort zone for just a few minutes of a day. You'll be comfortable when you go to sleep at night. Get to some uncomfort. Walk for an hour a day. Most of us are trapped sitting in a box at work for 8 hours a day, and then we come home to sit in a box and stare at a box. You can free yourself, free your mind, and the rest shall follow. Belief builds behavior. What are your beliefs? What limiting beliefs do you have that are keeping you stuck like Chuck in a broken pickup truck, in a body that you don't like, in a life that you don't wish to live anymore? How can you change your life? It starts with a belief. The belief that you can and you will and you are greatness. Be great, do great, have great. If you want to have great things, you must be great first, meaning believe great things about yourself. Put your attention on great things instead of other people living their dream, like watching TV shows or sports all day, every day. Get to the point where you love your life, and then you could start maybe having some recreational time. But recreational time is recreation, to recreate this wonderful dream life for yourself. Thank you so much. May you be blessed by the greatest. Yeah, they drove over my mulberry. Mulberry's been driven over. Gonna have to adjust that. Thank you so much. May you be blessed. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love, blessed love.